Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, will likely update Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, about Hope Logan's Annika Noel firing. Liam wants Hope back and might be suspicious about Steffy's story. When Liam questions Hope and gets the real story, he could decide to help his ex out a bit. Liam might lie to Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, and claim the lingerie was for him. Liam might make this sacrifice, but will it end up costing Hope her romance with Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor? Keep reading and let's talk about what could happen next in this storyline. B&B spoilers reveal that Hope and Carter have a secret romance going on. When Hope fell on top of John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, it was an accident. However, when Steffy walked in and found Hope lying on top of Finn, she came to one conclusion: that Hope was trying to seduce Finn again. Steffy fired Hope and then asked Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K., to have her back. Ridge did just that, and Charlie Weber, Dick Christie, escorted Hope out of the building with employees and interns watching. After Hope was fired, Steffy was anxious to tell everyone at Forrester Creations about Hope's termination. However, Ridge advised Steffy to hold off as he needed to tell Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, the news first. Steffy agreed, but she will likely tell Liam sooner rather than later. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Liam wants Hope back. Liam has asked but been rejected. Liam also planted a kiss on Hope, which had her pushing him away. Then, Liam put together a video tribute dedicated to Hope. While all of that was very nice, Hope doesn't want to go back into the past. When Liam finds out that Steffy fired Hope, he will get one side of the story. Liam knows Hope pretty well and might not believe she would do something so bold. Liam might decide to play hero for Hope by lying about the identity of the man. Liam might tell Steffy that Hope was in lingerie for him, not Finn. Since Steffy doesn't know about Hope and Carter's romance yet, she might believe Liam. Steffy might wonder why Hope just didn't say so, though. That will force Liam to get a bit creative. Liam might make the bold move based on Will Spencer's Crew Morrow advice: less talk, more action. While Liam might tell Hope he doesn't expect anything in return, could Carter's new romance still be at risk? After all, Hope does tend to gravitate toward men who play hero for her. With both Liam and Carter making sacrifices, which man will Hope end up with? Liam Spencer had always been known for his honor and dedication to his family. But tonight, as he stood alone in his dimly lit office, the weight of his latest decision settled heavily on his shoulders. He glanced down at his phone, a photo of Hope and their children illuminating the screen. Her smile, radiant and full of promise, made his heart ache. He knew she deserved the world, a future free of the scandals and corporate betrayals that so often tainted the Forrester name. But could he truly save her career without breaking both of their hearts in the process? The past few months had been a whirlwind. Hope had poured her soul into revamping the Hope for the Future line, infusing it with her vision for sustainable fashion and empowering messages. Her designs were impeccable, and the line was finally beginning to gain traction on an international scale. However, success came at a price, especially when the fashion industry's power players felt threatened. The trouble began when news broke that Hope's line had inadvertently been linked to a fabric supplier embroiled in a labor scandal. The accusations were scathing, alleging that the supplier exploited workers in sweatshops, directly contradicting the ethical principles Hope had built her brand around. The headlines were unrelenting, and while there was no definitive proof of Hope's knowledge, the damage was done. The brand's image teetered on the edge of ruin. Liam had seen the toll it took on Hope, the way her eyes lost their spark, her shoulders sagged, and her confidence wavered. He knew he had to do something, anything, to protect her. But as he began to investigate the scandal himself, he found a deeper conspiracy lurking beneath the surface, one that would threaten more than just her career. Bill Spencer, Liam's powerful and ruthless father, was no stranger to high-stakes games. Bill had offered Liam a solution, one that would guarantee Hope's reputation would remain untarnished. But as with all of Bill's schemes, there was a price. "Take the fall," Bill had said, his voice calm and calculated. "Say you're the one who brokered the deal with the supplier. Make it look like you pushed Hope to sign on without knowing the full details. I'll cover the fallout, pay off the right people. Hope's name stays clean, and her line survives." It was a staggering proposition, and one that would shake his relationship with Hope to the core. Yet Bill's logic was coldly persuasive. If Liam could absorb the scandal, the brand would weather the storm, and Hope's dream could continue unblemished. But it meant lying to her, making her believe that he had compromised her vision, betrayed her trust for his own gain. It meant willingly taking on the shame, knowing she'd be hurt and disappointed, maybe even end their marriage over it. But if he did nothing, Hope's career would crumble, and with it, everything she'd worked so hard to build. Liam took a deep breath as he crafted the story he would tell. He'd play the part of the overbearing partner who, in his desire to see her succeed, made unethical decisions on her behalf. He'd explain that he had tried to cut corners without her knowledge, hoping it would yield faster results. It would be the ultimate betrayal in her eyes, and yet he steeled himself for the pain he knew he'd see on her face. When he walked into their shared home that evening, he found her in her office, poring over designs with a forced determination. She looked up as he entered, her face lighting up momentarily before slipping into an expression of worry. "Hey," she said softly, her voice heavy. "I didn't hear you come in." Liam forced a sad smile, feeling the weight of the lie settle on his chest. "Hope, we need to talk," he began, his tone laced with practiced regret. She frowned, sensing his seriousness, and set down her sketchbook. "What's wrong?" Forcing himself to look her in the eye, Liam started the story. He told her about his decision to bring on the supplier without her knowledge, framing it as a mistake born out of desperation to see her line succeed. As he spoke, he could see the shock and betrayal bloom in her eyes, each word cutting deeper. You knew?" she whispered, her voice barely audible. "You knew, and you didn't tell me." "I thought it would help us," he lied, his heart breaking with each word. "I thought if we could just push the line forward, we'd have time to clean it up later." Hope's expression shifted from hurt to anger. "Liam, this isn't just about the line. This is about everything I stand for. Everything we stand for. How could you betray me like this?" He could only bow his head, the shame in her voice twisting like a knife in his chest. "I'm sorry, Hope. I was wrong." Over the next few days, the media storm continued, and Hope distanced herself from him. The public believed the story, that Liam had taken the unethical route while Hope remained oblivious. Bill had done his part, controlling the narrative and diverting the blame to Liam. The brand began to recover, and orders for Hope for the future started coming in again. But the cost was heavier than he'd anticipated. Liam could feel the chasm widening between him and Hope with each passing day. She avoided him at home, throwing herself into her work and barely speaking to him except in necessary phrases. At night, he lay in their bed alone, staring at the ceiling, the reality of his sacrifice gnawing at him. He protected her dream, but had shattered their trust in the process. Each time he saw her, he wanted to tell her the truth, that he'd done it to save her. But he knew he couldn't take that risk. It would undo everything, ruin the careful plan Bill had orchestrated, and bring the scandal crashing down upon her. Weeks passed, and the distance between them became unbearable. Liam continued his penance in silence, hoping one day she'd find it in her heart to forgive him. But one evening, Hope came home with a look in her eyes that made his heart race. "I've been doing some digging," she said quietly, her gaze piercing through him. "And I found some things that don't add up. Bill's involvement, the exact timing of everything." "Liam, this wasn't you, was it?" His heart stopped. She'd seen through it, unraveling the deception piece by piece. He felt the weight of relief and fear wash over him in equal measure. "Hope," he whispered, his voice trembling. "I just wanted to protect you." She crossed the room, her expression softening. "I know why you did it," she said, her voice breaking. "But Liam, why didn't you trust me enough to tell me?" He shook his head, the burden of his choices finally lifting. "I couldn't stand the thought of you losing everything. I wanted to protect your dream, even if it meant losing you." Hope wrapped her arms around him, pulling him into an embrace that felt like coming home. "Liam, we're a team. We face things together, no matter what. I wish you trusted me with the truth." In that moment, Liam realized that his honorable lie, though rooted in love, had cost him more than he could have imagined. But as they held each other in the quiet of their home, he knew they had a chance to rebuild what had been broken. The truth had finally set them free. Liam's decision to lie for Hope's career had come with a high cost, but in the end, their love and resilience proved stronger than the deception. The lesson was a powerful one. That true strength lay not in protecting each other from the truth, but in facing it side by side.